First, the alleged middleman in the AgustaWestland deal, Sanjeev Julie Tyagi, has finally broken his silence. Speaking exclusively to Rajdeep Sardesai, he says he never spoke to his cousin, former Air Chief Marshal SP Tyagi, regarding any deal. Sanjeev Tyagi also denied receiving any payment and said that Guru Hashke, another alleged middleman in the deal, is lying about his claims. Listen in to this exclusive interview.
The report says the judge has ordered in his detention order to Orsi, Spaglioni, Hashke, Carlo, the above people with Christian Michael, had promised and effectively sent through the middle contact of the brothers Julie Doska, who is apparently Doc Tyagi, and Sandeep Tyagi, amounts of money which are not exactly quantified in the overall entity to Air Marshal Sashi Tyagi, Chief of the Indian Air Force from 2004 to 2007. Do you deny this? How do you respond to this?
Totally wrong, totally malicious. I have nothing, my family has nothing to do. I have never ever talked to my cousin on this subject, ever.
You have never even touched the defense sector. You have
never,
you have
ever
told me in a phone interview that you were in the power sector.
I am in power sector, dealing in the infrastructure sector.
As a consultant?
As a consultant.
Effectively striking deals in the power sector?
Yes, infrastructure sector, and I have never ever dealt in defense sector.
Did you ever misuse the fact that your cousin had become the air chief to inform Carlo, who I am presuming was a friend of yours? Am I correct that you knew Carlo quite well?
I know Mr. Carlo from 1995. My dealings are all pertaining to infrastructure sector. How can I misuse the name of my cousin when I don't deal in defense sector?
Hashke says in this statement that you arranged a meeting of the CEO of Finmechanica, Mr. Zappa, and Air Chief Marshal Tyagi in February of 2005.
Unfortunately, it's a very personal issue. As I told you, Mr. Sardesai, that my relationship with my cousin, Air Chief Marshal Tyagi, is strained due to some family problems.
It was strained at that time?
Yes. From 1999 till about late 2006, we were not even having any cordial relationship. The relationship was sad because of certain family problems. So how can I introduce anybody with him when I have not been meeting him?
Hashke also says that he first paid you, as I said, 100,000 euros in cash. Was that money, as is being suggested, just to provide access to Air Chief Marshal Tyagi?
Once I am not on talking terms with my cousin, where is the question of receiving money and paying money? Man is continuously lying.
The only thing is, why would he lie? Why would Hashke lie? If he had a business relationship with you?
But that business relation was all duly assessed by income tax. That is regarding infrastructure sector. Nothing to do with. Has he ever said anything that he has paid me for something which I am not even involved?
Air Chief Marshal Tyagi has admitted that he met Carlos, admittedly
yes.
Socially. Did you take Carlos to meet Air Chief Marshal Tyagi ever?
No, Mr. Sardesai. Unfortunately, after my father's sudden tragic death in 2007, our Air Chief Marshal came to our home and then the relationship resumed. And maybe in the wedding of my niece, sometimes when Air Chief Marshal retired in 2008, he must have met Carlo in the family wedding function.
You never took him to the air headquarters?
Never ever. Please. No. All lies.
Do you think you are being fixed because you are a soft target, that maybe someone else got the money and you are being fixed because perhaps you had this business relationship with Carlo and Hashke?
My business relationship is all above board, all duly certified, all through bank. So how do I know what are they doing?
But why does he go in such detail? For example, he even goes in detail. Orsi thus sent to Hashke and Gerosa for the work of mediation done around 400,000 euro, justified on the basis of 2 contracts of advisory consultation and 1 commission fixed at 5% of the order, formally given for an engineering contract for the digitalization of the project of Augusta's helicopters with the company IDS India, attributable to Hashke and Gerosa. Advocate Khaitan of the Tyagi family, who represents the payment of the corruptive contract, is apparently Gautam Khaitan. Is he your lawyer? And
no.
Did this all happen or not?
No, nothing of this sort. We have no dealing with Mr. Gautam Khaitan. I know Mr. Gautam Khaitan. We have no dealing ever with Mr. Gautam Khaitan. In fact, I must tell you, Mr. Sardesai, that somebody sitting over there lies. Why don't you understand that this is a case which started basically about the kickbacks in Italy? This is all to cover up their scandal over there. They are turning it over here. And whole nation has come to standstill. Everybody is pointing fingers at me, my family, my cousin. You know how painful it is? You know how sad it is? Have they ever verified that is this transaction? What is this transaction? I don't know anything about this transaction.
Are you ready to confront Hashke? And
100%
on all these facts? Because as I said, these are extremely detailed facts. Advocate Khaitan did handle your money?
No, please no. Please,
at no stage in none of your business transactions?
We have no business transaction with Mr. Khaitan.
So what is your relationship with Khaitan?
I just know him. I just know him from last almost about 6, 7, 10 years.
You believe that the entire issue is largely a Fin Mechanica issue, a battle for control. Something happened in Fin Mechanica, you believe?
This is what I read in the newspaper when the former CEO was removed and the present CEO, Mr. Orsi, became. I have never ever met Mr. Orsi. I have never met anybody in AgustaWestland. I don't know anybody. I have been dealing with Ansaldo Energia, the power sector company. I have been dealing with Ansaldo Breda, the railway sector company. In fact, I have been getting all calls that now CBI will come, all government agencies will come, they will harass me. I said, no, they are all my countrymen. Why should they harass me for something which I have not done?
And you can watch that entire interview at 10 a.m. this morning. But this leads to some of the big questions that we are now asking. If Sanjeev Tyagi is indeed speaking the truth and did not get the money, then who got the bulk of the 50 million euro kickbacks? Is Guido Hashke lying to save someone bigger than the Tyagis? Is Christian Michael, who is named in the report, the real key to these payoffs? Are the Tyagis being used as decoy for possible payments to influence politicians both in Italy and in India?